Hello everyone, thank you so much for stopping by. Today I'm doing a design team project for Scrapping for Less. Every month Scrapping for Less features a company, and this month's company is Heffy Doodle. It's brand new to the Scrapping for Less store, and so I'm going to be making a card using this cute little stamp set. It's called Unbearable Without You. Cute images, interactive sentiments, just love this stamp set. So we're going to jump in and make a card. I'm going to start off by taking this cute little bear. This little bear doesn't have a face, and the nice thing about the stamp set is there's some facial features that you can add to this little guy that you can make him happy or sad or kind of a blank expression, and I love that. I'm also taking a piece of masking paper. I'm going to stamp my little teddy bear on the masking paper too. And so once we have that done, I think I'm going to grab the little sad face. I'm going to make a thinking of you card, and so a sad face I thought would be appropriate. I'm just going to stamp that right below the little teddy bear's nose, and then taking my scissors, I'm going to just cut out my masking paper. Okay, now I'm going to color in this cute little guy with my alcohol markers. So I'm going to zoom in. Now the alcohol markers I use are Spectrum Noir alcohol markers. They're new to me. I'm still practicing on blending the colors, but I thought the little teddy bear is pretty basic to color in, so I just used a few shades of brown and then a little pink to rosy up his cheeks, and then a darker brown for the nose and the outline of my little teddy bear. Now I fussy cut him out. He was real easy to cut out. I left a little bit of a white border around him, and there are coordinating dies that go with the stamp set too, which are wonderful. Now I'm going to work on my panel, and for my panel I'm going to place my masked bear right in the center of it, and I'm going to press it down really good. In fact, I pressed it down a little too good because I kind of wore off the paper a little bit, but I have to lift it up just to make sure that it's stuck on there, and it was fine, thank goodness. And so I'm going to go in with my distress inks. I picked 3 bright colors. The pink is picked raspberry, and then the green is twisted citron, and then the blue is a peacock feather. Now I'm just creating like a triangle of circles, and very light circles. And then using my spray bottle, which is it's a fine mist spray bottle, and so I'm adding some water droplets to my hand, and I'm dropping it on my panel to create some big water droplets there. Just using a paper towel to dry it off, and I'm going to carefully peel off my mask, and it was pretty saturated, so I had to be a little bit careful. Okay, so that's our panel. I'm going to take a stitched rectangle die, and I'm just going to cut that out. This die is about maybe a 1/4 inch smaller than a card base, a standard size card base. So there we have it, along with the sunshine coming in. Sorry about that. I'm also going to take a piece of black cardstock. I'm going to trim it down to a 1-inch strip, and then using my tape runner, I'm going to adhere it to the left side of this panel. I'm going to leave it hanging over maybe about 1/8 of an inch, and then I'm just going to trim off the excess on the bottom there. Okay. Now I'm going to stamp the sentiment. The sentiment that I wanted to stamp, the sentiments are so neat because you can customize them. So I chose to create a sentiment that says, life is unbearable without you. So I have the life is here, and then I'm going to place the unbearable right next to it. And this is a large script. And then I'm also going to stamp without you in the smaller script. Now I'm going to do it in 2 different sections because I want the without you to be kind of tucked pretty close to the larger sentiment. I'm just going to go in with my VersaFine ink, and I'm going to stamp that with my Mini Misty on a piece of white cardstock there. And then I'm going to go in and take that smaller stamp that says without you and tuck it up pretty close underneath that unbearable. New stamps are kind of sticky, so it always gives me a little bit of a problem. Okay, so there's the sentiment there. I'm going to take my paper trimmer and trim it down. And flip it over and do the other side. Okay, I'm going to take my scissors and fishtail the end on the right side there. Okay, and then I'm going to trim off about maybe 3/4 of an inch off of the left side, just so it fits on my panel. Okay, next I have some really large glue dots, and so I'm going to add 2 to the left of my little teddy bear there that I masked off. And I just didn't do that quite yet, did I? So I'm going to stamp there. In the stamp set, there's this cute little heart. Now I'm just using the same distress inks to stamp each of the hearts with each of the colors. And like I said before, there are coordinating dies, and I'm pretty sure that it probably has a heart in the dies, but I don't have them, so I'm just going to fussy cut them out. Hearts are pretty easy to cut out, so wasn't too worried about that. So I have a pink and a green and a blue heart. Okay, now here's where I took those large glue dots, and I'm going to stick it right next to my little teddy bear outline, my teddy bear shadow, I guess. And then I have some black, really thin jute cord. I'm going to take some and I'm going to wrap it around my hand about 3 or 4, maybe 3 or 4 times, and then trim it off, and then gather it in the middle and kind of spread it out almost like a bow, and then I'm going to stick it right on top of those glue dots. I think this effect gives a lot of dimension and texture to your card, so I really like the way this looks. Just going to spread it out, make sure it's covering those glue dots, and then I'm going to take some foam tape and I'm going to add it to my sentiment here, also to the teddy bear. We're going to pop him up as well. Okay, we're going to remove the backing off the sentiment first, and we'll place that right over those glue dots. I wanted to make sure that the sentiment was in the middle of the teddy bear that we masked off. I just wanted him to be a little bit of an accent. And then I'm going to add my colored in teddy bear right on top of the sentiment there. I'm going to use some dimensional adhesive and pop up my little hearts, and then I'm going to add them to my panel, making sure that the colors that I add are different. Like I'm going to add the blue to the green, and then I'm going to add the pink heart to the blue background, and then I'm going to add the green heart to the pink background. Okay, I'm going to flip that over and add some foam tape behind that entire panel. And then I'm going to grab my card base. This is a standard size card base, 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. And then I'm going to stamp on the inside too. I'm going to finish off the sentiment. I wanted to write, I wanted to stamp, "I miss you so much." Just so the front of the sentiment kind of flows with the inside. I'm going to remove the backing off of my foam tape here and just place my panel in the center of my card base. Okay, lovely. Now I have some Nouveau Jewel Drops. I have a Sea Breeze, I have a Key Lime, and a Rose Water. All 3 of these colors I picked that would coordinate with my distress inks, and I added a few dots here and there. And then just to make my little teddy bear's nose and eyes a little more vivid, I'm going in with my glossy accents and adding a few bits here and there. And then I did go over the hearts with my glossy accents. And that's it. That's my card for today. Scrapping for Less is having a blog hop if you want to check it out. There's a lot of great ideas out there using the Heffy Doodle stamp sets. I wish you a lovely day, and we will see you again real soon. Bye-bye, guys.